domestic transfers. Apply now at quickapply.rackbank.ae.
ARN extends its best wishes to His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, the President of the United Arab Emirates and the ruler of Abu Dhabi. To His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, Vice President and Prime Minister of the United Arab Emirates and ruler of Dubai. To His Highness Sheikh Mansour bin Zayed Al Nahyan, the Vice President and Deputy Prime Minister of the UAE and Chairman of the Presidential Court. And to their Highnesses, the Supreme Council members, the rulers of all the Emirates, the Crown Princes, the Deputy Rulers, UAE citizens and all residents of the United Arab Emirates on the occasion of Eid al-Adha, Eid Mubarak.
This is the Business Breakfast
with Brandy Scott and Tom Urquhart
on your home of news, business, talk and sport in the UAE.
Dubai Eye 103.8.
Good morning to one and all. This is the Business Brunch here live on Dubai Eye 103.8. Brandy and Tom with you through till 1 o'clock this afternoon. We're live on Dubai Eye 103.8 on your radio. We're streaming live on YouTube at Dubai Eye 103.8 FM. With you through till 1 o'clock, as I mentioned. It's a Thursday morning still for the next hour or so. It's the 28th of May. And these are the top stories.
All right, we've got the US getting another $1 trillion company. It's Micron, you may never have heard of them. We've got a 3-day, but really a 5-day super sale kicking off here in Dubai. And the UAE ranked the world's most optimistic economy for foreign investors. Saudi entering the top 10.
Coming up, we will touch on these stories and many more. And in a region obsessed with tech, one UAE startup is selling something very different. Human presence. Not presents as in the ones that you wrap. We find out how loneliness has become a business opportunity.
But we also will talk about the presents that you wrap, because we're going to look at what Eid has meant so far for those in the, and I will use it as a verb, gifting business, the team from Eudora. All of that, and in theory, Serena Kelly has your news.
From the ARN News Center.
Now, the stories as they happen.
This is Dubai Eye 103.8 News.
I'm Serena Kelly. The UAE and Kuwait have exchanged Eid al-Adha greetings. The UAE President, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, held a phone call with the Emir of Kuwait, Sheikh Mishal Al-Ahmed Al-Jabbar Al-Sabah, where they both wished continued prosperity and stability for both countries. Iran says it's targeted a US airbase in the region in response to the latest strikes from the US, saying any further attacks would trigger a more decisive response. Iran's Revolutionary Guards confirmed the morning attack, but did not say where the base was located. The US has hit Iran twice in 2 days after identifying what it called a direct threat to forces and commercial shipping. Iran reported an attack near Bandar Abbas airport today. Meanwhile, Kuwait reportedly intercepted projectiles this morning, but are yet to confirm where the attacks initiated from. The US military says it's carried out a strike in the Eastern Pacific, killing at least 2 men. They've claimed the vessel was engaged in drug trafficking operations. At least 196 people have been killed in boat strikes since September, part of the Trump administration's agenda to take down drug cartels. The Pentagon is yet to provide evidence the vessels were carrying drugs. And the leader of a Thai volunteer group helping to extract 7 divers trapped in a cave in Laos says more oxygen tanks are needed to complete the rescue mission. The divers entered the cave last week to look for gold, but a landslide triggered by heavy rain blocked their exit. At least 5 have been found alive so far, but none have been rescued yet. For more on these stories, download the ARN News Centre app.
Dubai Eye 103.8 Sports.
Ireland's cricketers have struggled to contain New Zealand on the opening day of their test in Belfast. Mark Adair took 3 wickets with the tourists on 362 for 5 at the close of play. The 4-day contest is part of New Zealand's preparations for a 3-test series against England, which starts at Lord's next Thursday. And in the NBA, San Antonio Spurs star Victor Wembanyama has received a warning from the league for violating media access rules by not speaking to reporters after Game 5. The Spurs lost 127-114 to Oklahoma City Thunder and now trail 3-2 in the best-of-7 Western Conference Finals. I'm Serena Kelly. That's your latest in sports. For more, download the ARN News Centre app.
Morning all. It's just after 11 o'clock on a Thursday morning, which is a little unusual for the business breakfast, but not during the Eid al-Adha break. And during the Eid al-Adha celebrations, we bring you the business brunch a couple of days this week at least. We did it on Tuesday. We're doing it again today. A little bit of a time and format change, but the same voices for you and, of course, the same content as always. So, yeah, we're on from 11 through till 1 on the business brunch. You can still get in touch with us on our socials. You can get in touch via the Air Play app. You can text us at any point on 4001. You can WhatsApp on 048715500 all the way through till 1 o'clock. We'll hand over to Helen this afternoon. And then, of course, a sports special a little later on with the team. So stick around for that. But the other way to get in touch with us is live on YouTube. We are live across, well, the globe, really, on YouTube. Wherever you've got YouTube, you can now get us live, courtesy of our feed. And thanks very much indeed to all those that are tuning in from a very foggy and quite cold Cape Town, 14 degrees Celsius down there this morning. Morning to our morning Brandy from foggy old Cape Town. Brandy Scott alongside me for another brunch. Before we get back to programming in proper tomorrow morning, back on from 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. And Brandy, what has the Eid break brought to your attention thus far?
What it's brought me personally has been a bit more sleep, which has been lovely. Some longer dinners, long breakfast this morning, actually, because can. And just, some nice quieter time with people. Has been really, really nice. What about you?
Just trying to keep dogs alive and things like that, and doing bits and pieces. I haven't really left the farm as yet. I've been at the farm trying to find lost cats, trying to keep dogs alive, trying to keep the home fires burning. Not very good at it.
All right, Jeremy Clarkson.
Yeah, that's another story altogether, is it not? But I am keen to get out and about because I think that's one of the opportunities that we have at the moment, the opportunity to get out and about, to invest into the community and to invest into new neighbourhoods. And I have been made aware, I know that you are fond of a bit of meat and that you are fond of a lamb chop. I have been informed of what I'm told are the best lamb chops available in this city.
Oh, I have opinions about the best lamb chops. Talk to me.
Apparently you have to go down to Motor City area, so the area behind Motor City, behind the Metros there, you know, the Greens community or whatever the Greens is down there, there is a place called the Meeting Room. See what they've done there? The Eating Room. As part of this new, it's not new, but you know, the neighbourhood food hall that's been set up down there
Have
in
you
Motor
been
City.
speaking to either Helen Farmer or Nets from 92 in the last 24 hours?
Not in the last 9 years.
Oh. Okay. Well, I mean, you weren't at our girls' yoga night last night.
Definitely
Your presence was missed.
I think there's two words there that just won't make it impossible for me. One, girls, and two, yoga.
But one of the subjects of conversation was in the garden beforehand, because you are also a herbal tea sort of bloke, maybe not.
You know me so well.
Was that indeed that neighbourhood sort of eatery?
Neighbourhood, it's called the Neighbourhood Food Hall. It is one community, one neighbourhood, one menu. It's basically a conglomerate of homegrown brands. So they've all come together under one roof. First of its kind, curated, accessible food hall concept that brings you the best owner-driven homegrown brands within your city to the neighbourhood. I haven't been yet, but it sounds right up my my alley, that's for sure. And yeah, somebody I was talking to yesterday was saying the best lamb chops like ever down there.
So funny that comes up twice. I know Nats from 92, Helen and a couple of others were down there earlier in Eid. Someone was talking about a prawn curry. Someone else was talking about dumplings. Funny enough, I stumbled across going to a movie the other night in the Dubai Hills Mall of all places. And it was called, was it the Topa? I can't, so if someone knows, tell me. There again was a small sort of like food hall thing full of local brands, but called something else completely, because Lila's, the taco place, was in there. There were a couple of other very local restaurants that had all put their 2 best-selling dishes on the menu. And so you had about 10 restaurants, but only sort of 2 dishes from each or 3 dishes from each that you chose between. And there was a brisket place, and like I said, there was the tacos, and there was a Filipino Emirati hybrid. I had some kind of brisket that also had dates and Omani honey and something else in it that was kind of a fusiony thing. Again, similar concept. Local.
Where's this?
This is 2 doors down from the cinema in Dubai Hills.
Okay.
So indoorsy. Grab something before going to see the Hail Mary Project. Excellent movie. Ryan Gosling, 2.5 hours, him in a rock. Absolutely brilliant. Even if you don't like science fiction, surprisingly fabulous. I don't really like 2.5 hour long movies. Still fabulous. But that's a similar concept. I love the fact that local restaurant brands are getting sort of another way to reach people and another way at the moment to earn money.
Yep. So if you have sampled either of the aforementioned, do let us know if you would recommend, or maybe there are others. Right, let's turn our attention to the show. What have we got coming up for you? As I mentioned, doing things a little bit differently. It is the business brunch today, the business breakfast, but not as you know it. As of course, Eid Mubarak greetings coming from the entire Business Breakfast team. Business Breakfast, Business Brunch, we talk business. Kicking things off with a conversation with the team at Rafiq Connect, addressing the growing loneliness epidemic problem that we are facing at the moment, especially among elderly residents here in the UAE. They've come up with this novel new subscription-based companionship service to connect seniors with match companions for in-person visits and virtual engagement. So we will be talking about the importance of addressing the problem that is loneliness, and we'll be talking to the team with very shortly. In fact, they wait for us in the green room as we speak. Then we'll get into some of the big stories of the day, internationally, regionally, and locally. Then we go from presents to presents, as we spoke about at the top of the show. You're talking to the team from Eudora or Udora?
I don't know, and I'm going to fudge it. Okay. Because they are the people that we used to think of as Flower Wow, which needs no pronunciation guide. And then about a month ago, they took a massive cash injection and they changed their name to either Eudora or Udora. They, speaking of platforms for local companies, actually, are a site that you buy stuff for other people through, flowers, chocolates, whatever, send gifts, but they use a lot of very local merchants and very local brands to do so.
Okay. Because this is a time of giving.
Oh, Eid.
Eid is a time of philanthropic and charitable thought, a time of giving. So you're going to be talking to the team from there, and then a little later on, in line with people getting away, you got VistaJet joining us live on the line. What's the angle on that one?
People apparently taking private jets for Eid.
Nice.
I know, very. We've been talking about the price of flights. We've been talking about the price of fuel. What does all of that mean for the private jet business? I do not know. I would like to know. I'd like to know firsthand, if possible, actually. Lovely.
That's coming up a little later on. In fact, that's in the second hour of the show. And we'll keep you updated on other developments. Obviously, one of the big ones, especially for people looking for things to do over the course of the Eid break, is Global Village. Why? Because we are in the final throes of this season's Global Village. Obviously, we saw that extension, didn't we, pushed to May the 31st for closure. So it was originally set to close on May the 10th. But because of the uncertain times we've been through and the extended closure, that's now been extended to May the 31st. So this basically is last orders because it is the final weekend of Global Village. So if you haven't got your fill yet, this is the time to do it. Having said that, one thing to take into consideration during, if you are making those plans, is what time of day you go. Why? It is hot at the moment. Someone has flicked that switch, that's for sure. We were given pre-warning on this one. We know that there's a bit of a heat wave in the northern hemisphere, but certainly we've seen temperatures rise in the last couple of days, and we're told that they're only going to get higher over the course of the next few days.
Well, I look forward to hopping on a plane tomorrow night then.
Well, you're all right, Jack.
I am.
Don't worry about that, though. We'll keep everyone else informed of some of the issues that you might be facing here whilst Brandy does one and gets away. But as long as she's fine, it's cool. We'll keep you posted on the temperatures. Yeah, we had a couple of warnings that we could expect higher temperatures, certainly today and in the next couple of days. We'll have a look at that with the news team and others a little later on in proceedings. Another thing we're going to keep an eye on is the roads, albeit it's not the toughest of jobs these days.
Dubai Eye 103.8 traffic.
Sponsored by Yas Island Abu Dhabi. Isn't there a place that keeps kids thrilled? The answer is Yas. Book your Kids Go Free package now at yasisland.com.
Yeah, I've never seen it so quiet on the roads. It is very, very quiet out there at the moment. Look, there are a lot of people out and about visiting new neighbourhoods, looking at different communities. It's not to say there's no cars on the roads. Just one thing to be aware of, E44 southbound in between JVC and JVT. There has been an accident down there which is causing a little bit of concern. No major backups though. You're not seeing major delays as a result of that, so that should be fine. Elsewhere, roads looking good all the way down to Abu Dhabi. Down in Abu Dhabi, no issues whatsoever. Roads good.
This is Dubai Eye 103.8.
Right, talking to the team at Rafiq Connect in just a few moments' time. Live here on the Business Brunch.
This is the Business Breakfast on Dubai Eye 103.8.
Sponsored by ADGM. Download the ADGM app and transform how you live, work and thrive in the ADGM district.
Dubai Eye 103.8 podcasts.
News, business, talk, sport.
June the 1st this year, companies will need to pay salaries by the first day of each month. Pedro Lacerda, he's Senior Vice President and CEO in the UAE and GCC countries at Task Outsourcing. What are the biggest challenges from an operational point of view when companies now need to be paying the first of every month and they really are going to be penalised if they go into that 15-day period that it no longer exists?
Companies need to be much more agile on their processes. Example, there are companies where to approve a salary, they have 6, 7, 8 authorizations on the approval flows. These needs now to be much more agile and efficient. Second, the cash flow planning of the company needs to be also much better structured. Otherwise, the company can really be risk exposed.
Hear this podcast in full now at DubaiI1038.com or wherever you get your podcasts.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard. From the Emirates to the world, Zoho powers your business. All your tools in one place. Sales, finance, HR, marketing, and support. Simple, powerful, efficient. Built to scale across teams, markets, and borders. Zoho keeps your business aligned as you grow locally and globally. We're ready for takeoff. Zoho. One system, total control. Run your entire business on one platform. Visit Zoho.com or call 800 Zoho.
More of the Business Breakfast on Dubai Eye 103.8 is coming up next.
Sponsored by Dubai South, the city of you.
The Reboot, your gateway into the world of tech and futurism.
My hot take is that if somebody is out in a public space listening to content on their phone on full blast, it should be perfectly acceptable to go up to them, just grab it, and just throw it across the room.
Violent?
I was out once at a quiet restaurant. Somebody just had their kids cartoon really loud the whole time, and you're like, just put the headphones. They have cute little kitty headphones. It's so simple.
Join the conversation on Dubai Eye 103.8.
Sundays from 10 a.m.
Dubai Eye 103.8's One to Watch. Your weekly pick for what everyone's talking about.
Daisy Bling is the #1 series on Netflix in the UAE this week. And it's bringing plenty of glitz, drama and conversation with it. A follow-up to Dubai Bling, the series dives into the lives of ultra-wealthy Indian expats in Dubai, where no expense is spared and neither are the secrets. it's being talked about as a glossy, guilty pleasure, while also sparking debate around the relationship dynamics on screen.
Find out what's captivating audiences next time on Dubai Eye 103.8's One to Watch.
Unlock the smile of your dreams with the American Hospital Dental Institute. Our team of American and Western board practitioners offers aesthetic procedures, implants, Invisalign treatment, and more. And little ones can discover top quality preventative and pediatric dental care. Get everything from routine checkups to advanced treatments. Visit our branches in Dubai Media City, Nad Al Shiba, or Oud Metha. For bookings, visit ahdubai.com or call 800-24392. The American Hospital Dental Institute, bringing smiles to life.
More of the Business Breakfast on Dubai Eye 103.8 is coming up next.
Sponsored by JAFSA, a complete business setup ecosystem for global trade. Visit jafsa.ae.
Navigate the highs and lows of life on Afternoons with Helen Farmer.
Donna Howarth is with us today, founder and CEO of the Middle East Menopause Organisation.
It's a new beginning, it's a fresh start, and it's a wonderful opportunity to finally become the person that you've always wanted to be. Less responsibilities, the children have grown up and they've gone to university, and finally,
got time.
It's time for you.
Headspace.
You can do what you want, and it's amazing.
Join the conversation on Dubai Eye 103.8, weekdays from 1 p.m.
News moves fast. Dubai Eye 103.8 helps you make sense of it.
These radars are not only designed to pick up if you are speeding, they will be able to spot if you are not wearing a seatbelt.
Whether it's happening here,
Dubai is testing drones to clean traffic signals across the city,
or around the globe, we're talking about it.
China's foreign ministry says the United States' seizure of another country's ships was a serious violation of international law.
Go beyond the headlines with Dubai Eye 103.8.
Your home of news, business, talk and sport in the UAE. This is the Business Breakfast on Dubai Eye 103.8.
Always carry your business with you with office presence from eAnd.
This is the Business Brunch on a Thursday morning, time now at 11:21, and an opportunity for us to take a quick look at what's happening on the markets.
The markets on Dubai Eye 103.8.
Right, let's take a look at where we are in Asia this morning. European stocks, by the way, if I have a look at the futures market, people are not loving comments coming out and airbase targeting suggestions after those American strikes. I imagine having a different effect on oil, but I can tell you that the effect that it has had on the European futures market is negative, and the effect that it is having on markets in Asia this morning is negative. We are down 1.5% in Australia. We are down similar in Hong Kong. The Nikkei down by 0.5 percentage point this morning.
Commodities.
Sponsored by EGA, Emirates Global Aluminium. Together, innovating aluminium to make modern life possible. Visit ega.ae to learn more.
Oil is up, gold is down. Gold trading down about 1.5% this morning, 4,384.64 an ounce. Silver is trending down a similar sort of percentage point, 1.75% down at 73.61. So the precious metals are down, but as suggested, oil is up. Oil jumping 3% after the latest developments in the region. Oil is, of course, reacting to the uncertainty that is lingering at the moment. We have got Brent up over 2.5% in recent trade, 96.66 for a barrel of Brent crude. Meanwhile, WTI, or US crude oil, is currently trending up about 2.5%, similar sort of percentage point at 90.96 a barrel. We'll keep an eye on the oil price for you over the course of the next couple of hours, because it is going up as we speak.
This is the Business Breakfast on Dubai Eye 103.8.
Sponsored by ADGM. The ADGM app is your ultimate platform for business success. Available in the App Store and Google Play.
Right. Given the fact that the entire nation and many of us here in the region, further afield and across the globe, are celebrating Eid al-Adha, Eid Mubarak to one and all, an opportunity for us to connect, an opportunity for us to consider others. And that's exactly the business model of Rafiq Connect. They address growing loneliness, especially among elderly residents here in the UAE. through a subscription-based companionship service connecting seniors with matched companions for in-person visits and virtual engagements as families become increasingly global and children living abroad, with the startup positioning companionship as a wellness service tailored around personality, shared interests and emotional support. To tell us a bit more about the platform, we're now joined by the founder, Sausan Shalaby, who joins us live here on the show on a Thursday morning. Sausan, really good to see you. Eid Mubarak, and thank you for your time.
Thank you so much. Eid Mubarak to you too.
So tell us, what actually does the platform do and how does the model work?
Okay, so we are a social companionship platform that connects older adults with trusted companions who are looking for a genuine human connection and interaction. So either these sessions can happen in person or virtually. So this is like in a nutshell about the service, but how it works. Simply the families can reach out to us and they share with us information about their elderly loved ones, what their personality looks like, what are their interests, what's their daily routine even looks like. And based on that, we customize the sessions based on the frequency, how often they want the sessions, what kind of companion they want to be connected with. So that's how the package happens.
It's such a unique idea, and it almost seems to be a bit of an anomaly, because a lot of people will think of Dubai, they'll think of the UAE, they'll think of the fast-paced, dynamic lifestyles we live here, all the noise that's going on all the time, and think loneliness. And yet all of us have become a lot more aware of loneliness as a result of events like COVID and otherwise that impacted on our lives. Mm-hmm. It's also a relatively new commercial ideas, turning loneliness, seeing it as a wellness service, if you like. What gave you the confidence that it would work here in the UAE?
Well, it has been a challenging kind of point of view because the idea is there globally, but not in the region, because the family ties are very strong in the region. But then at the same time, families not always they're available for their elderlies all the time because of the fast-paced communities that we're living in. So it's kind of like, let's think of it as a complementary service to what the families are providing for their family members. So I tried to ask focus groups. I tried to ask the communities around me, and everyone was very accepting of the idea, and this is how it started.
Talk to me about the market that you're targeting. How many seniors are you actually sort of targeting here in the region?
Well, the numbers are not very high, but by 2030, the numbers will be more. I don't want to spread numbers at the moment because of what's happening in the world, numbers can change.
But it's scalable. It's obviously
exactly, definitely, exactly. And we're not just focused on the UAE market. To be honest, the virtual sessions can target any country globally.
I mentioned that you're subscription based. Give us an idea about the costs incurred and what a family gets with that.
So each session is either 1 hour or up to 3 hours. That's how the families that we're supporting at the moment register for each day. And whenever the families try us for the first time, the first session, it's 1 hour only, so that we can ensure harmony and everyone is actually aligned and comfortable with each other. And then after that, packages start. When the package is paid for, it's basically 20% discount. And when we're talking about more than 60 hours per month, we enter a monthly subscription, so it's 25% discount.
I'm assuming that a lot of this is down to trust. The trust that the family signs up, they make the subscription, they sign up to the subscription. They're then trusting you to find and match companions as well. How do you sort of engender that trust amongst the piece?
Well, basically by starting to cater what they're asking for, the families. Let's say they want specific language speaking companions, or who are interested, or the same gender, for example, or the same nationality, because they feel that they are more comfortable with their own nationalities, for example. So when they see that we actually customize and bring them companions based on what they're asking for, that's the first trust checkbox ticked. And then once we once we have the first encounter, the first meeting, based on the discussions that happen, but of course our companions, people who are extremely passionate about this, it's not just any person who's just interested to participate. So that compassionate part, that human part is showing the moment they start talking.
So how do you source companions? Do you have to train them as well?
Training, no, because most of them, they actually have this from their past. Yeah. So companions reach out to us and they show their interest, and we met actually with a lot of them. Not everyone went through to and progressed to the last stages of the process. And on top of that, we actually ask them for a police clearance certificate so that the families feel that they are comfortable with whoever, let's say, well, that's how they position them, strangers sitting with their elderly loved ones.
You made a very sort of personal decision here. You've left a corporate life behind to do this full time, which shows your passion in this particular, not just this particular project, but also this space as well, loneliness and wellness. What convinced you to make the jump from corporate life to do this full time?
Well, at the beginning of my career, actually, I was in private sector, and then at some point I became in NGOs and humanitarian sector. So that human sense inside me has awakened again. So I felt I have to make this my way of living. I have to center my life around it, because it feels more like genuine to actually wake up and do something for the community and for like the greater good.
They call it the care economy, and investors are getting involved in more ways than one at the moment. You know, you're creating another platform to help others invest into the care economy. But where do you go next? You talked there about scaling. You talked about expansion. What do you guys need? And what better time to be asking a question like that during the Eid break at the moment, where a lot of people are thinking about others?
I'm so glad that you asked this, Tom. Actually, I would like to ask medical centers, wellness centers, hospitals, even insurance companies, if they want to complement their medical service with a social companionship one, we are there to collaborate and support them and work with them. They can just reach out and we can make it happen.
We can make it happen through partnerships and collaboration. Sausan, it's been such a pleasure chatting with you.
Same here, Tom.
Thank you so much indeed for joining us.
Thank you.
Live on the Business Brunch, as we call it. A little later than the usual breakfast show, but really great to have you. And again, Eid Mubarak to you, all the team at Rafiq Connect, where you, of course, can connect with Sausan Shalabi, the founder, and the rest of the team. This is the Business Brunch on a Thursday.
I'm Serena Kelly. Iran says it's targeted a US airbase in the region in response to the latest strikes from the US, saying any further attacks would trigger a more decisive response. Meanwhile, the US military says it's carried out a strike in the Eastern Pacific, killing 2 men. And more oxygen tanks are needed in order to rescue 7 divers trapped in a cave in Laos. Keep listening to Dubai Eye 103.8 for updates, or for more on these stories, download the ARN News Centre app.
This is the Business Breakfast on Dubai Eye 103.8.
Sponsored by RAKBank. With a RAKBank business account, get up to 2% interest per annum, unlimited cashback on Forex transactions, and free domestic transfers. Apply now at quickapply.rakbank.ae.
Hi all, it's Chris from The Score. Just wanted to drop in to wish you all Eid Mubarak from my family to yours. Hopefully you're having a great week.
Eid Mubarak from Dubai Eye 103.8.
Your business doesn't stop when you leave your office, because opportunities can happen anywhere. In a meeting, on the road, even between appointments. That's why there's Office Presence from eAnd, a smart business landline solution with a landline on the go, flexi minutes and domain name. So, wherever your business happens, you're always ready to answer. Get Office Presence from eAnd at 125 dirhams per month. To learn more, visit eand.ae/office presence. T's and C's apply. eAnd. Go for more.
More of the Business Breakfast on Dubai Eye 103.8 is coming up next.
Sponsored by DP World, your global partner. Reshaping supply chains to deliver smarter, sustainable, customer-centric logistics solutions.
The Reboot, your gateway into the world of tech and futurism.
What would you do if your company asked you to train your own AI replacement? It's not as hypothetical a question as you might think. We're seeing this across the world. And Maury Haber, Chief Security Advisor at Beyond Trust, explained how some people are putting themselves out of a job.
Well, this is not a theoretical displacement of employees. Workers are being asked to basically document their own workflows so AI can replace them. Basically, it's turning employment into a self-termination exercise.
You can catch the full conversation on the Reboot podcast.
Join the conversation on Dubai Eye 103.8.
Sundays from 10 a.m.
The Score on Dubai Eye 103.8.
Your home of sport in the UAE.
Mr. Chelsea himself, captain, leader, legend, John Terry, explaining how Jose Mourinho still scares him today.
I mean it, he petrifies me, scares the life out of me still today. He FaceTimed me the other night and it's ringing up and I'm puffing the pillars up behind me and I'm moving cushions about. My wife was like, "What are you doing?" I said, "Well, the cushions have got to be right. It can't be out of place because he'll go mad." And I'm just so nervous of him, but in a good way. Like, I fully respect him.
Weekday evenings from 7.
On the UAE's #1 talk radio station, Dubai Eye 103.8.
Unlock the smile of your dreams with the American Hospital Dental Institute. Our team of American and Western board practitioners offers aesthetic procedures, implants, Invisalign treatment, and more. And little ones can discover top quality preventative and pediatric dental care. Get everything from routine checkups to advanced treatments. Visit our branches in Dubai Media City, Nad Al Shiba, or Oud Metha. For bookings, visit ahdubai.com or call 800-24392. The American Hospital Dental Institute, bringing smiles to life.
More of the Business Breakfast on Dubai Eye 103.8 is coming up next.
Sponsored by Dubai South, the city of you.
Set the agenda for your day.
From June the 1st, 2026, private sector salaries in the UAE will need to be paid by the first day of every month. Emma Noble, specialist employment lawyer with Pinsent Masons.
Now it's a much quicker enforcement period, so it sort of escalates from day 2. If you've missed that cut-off date of the 1st of each month, from day 2, you'll start to receive notifications from the ministry. From day 5, you could have the ability to have new work permits suspended, potentially for some employers, fines issued from day 11, and it kind of really ramps up depending on the nature of your business and how many staff that you employ.
Join the conversation on Dubai Eye 103.8, weekdays from 10 a.m. This is the Business Breakfast on Dubai Eye 103.8.
Sponsored by JAFSA. Designed for manufacturers and traders targeting global markets. Visit jafsa.ae.
Right, we are. It is the Business Brunch on Thursday morning. What remains of Thursday morning. We're with you all the way through till 1 o'clock this afternoon, handing over to afternoon and then a sports special straight after that. Meantime, though, let's have a look at some of the headlines you're waking up to today.
Business headlines on Dubai Eye 103.8.
UAE President His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan awarding the first-class Order of Independence to the United Kingdom's ambassador to the UAE, Edward Hobart, in recognition of his role in strengthening ties between the two countries during his tenure.
Dubai's annual 3-day Eid al-Adha super sale will run for 5 days this year to fit in with the longer holiday. Thousands of retailers will take part in the promotion, which ends on the 31st.
UAE property market has seen double-digit office rent growth in Q1 of this year. Abu Dhabi's prime office rents are at an 11.7% year-on-year appreciation, while Grade A and Grade B spaces, they were up just over 5% and 4% respectively. That's according to the latest figures from JLL's latest real estate market dynamics report.
Memory chip maker Micron has become a $1 trillion company on the back of the AI boom. It's become the 10th most valuable listed firm in the US.
And Ryanair said it had repaid its only outstanding bond, leaving it effectively debt-free for the first time since the company was listed back in 1997.
This is the Business Breakfast on Dubai Eye 103.8.
Sponsored by RackBank. With a RackBank business account, get up to 2% interest per annum, unlimited cash back on Forex transactions, and free domestic transfers. Apply now at quickapply.rackbank.ae.
Time now for us to address some of the stories that you're waking up to over the course of the Eid al-Adha break at the moment. Stories that you might be picking up or might have missed. And Brandy, let's start with founders if we can. Lululemon founder agreeing to do what?
There is a bit of a rapprochement between the man who started Lululemon and is someone who'll be in Canada next week. This is a Canadian company, Chip Wilson. And he had a bit of a proxy battle going on. Do you remember there's been a lot of bad blood between Lululemon and, I think I'm saying it correctly, I've never quite known, and the man who founded it. There have been, firstly, it was sort of one way. Chip talking about the company, about the way that it was run. And then there was a slapback, I think we were talking about it about a week ago, with Lululemon sort of saying, look, he's been out of touch with the company for some time. However, rather than get into a messy and expensive proxy battle, it does seem that Lululemon has come to the table a little bit. They are going to appoint two of the people that Chip Wilson wants to see on the board to the board. And this is the thing that's quite incredible. In exchange, he has agreed not to badmouth the company for about a year and a half.
Okay, it was an interesting move because it's almost like a sort of
gag order.
It's a gag order, but it doesn't seem it doesn't get away from the fact that obviously the founder wants to gag. He said, "Okay, I'll keep quiet for 18 months just to get us back on the track, and then I'm going to go all guns blazing," because he's obviously an individual of opinions, and with regards to how the business is being run. But it's interesting that they have to put this onto somebody who's so well invested into a company and a brand anyway.
Yeah, look, they've got an incoming CEO. They want a smooth run. I suppose they think if they get a year and a half's worth of silence, that is worth it. I don't know an awful lot about the two new incoming board members, and if they are people that he wants to be there. How smooth that board running is going to be. But it has been a long time coming. Chip Wilson was the chairman. He stepped down over a decade ago. That is a long time to have someone attacking you from outside for a company.
Trying to think of other precedents here. I suppose Ben & Jerry's went through something similar, didn't they? With the founders were very outspoken.
Yeah. Arguing that one of the reasons people liked Ben & Jerry's was because the founders were particularly outspoken.
Yeah, I mean, so there is an argument to be made for that. If you've got companies that do have a little bit of an opinion behind them, a little bit of whatever, regardless of whether you believe in those opinions or not, is it wrong for a founder to air their thoughts on something that is very personal to them?
Is it still your company to do it, is the question, right? Like, I know Starbucks, not at all in the same league, but where you've got quite a big name founder. And people appear now on podcasts, don't they? They appear all over the place. They're asked their opinions about, what they built and what they've left behind. So there's a lot of space for people to air their opinions. And it can be quite hard for anyone who's coming in when there is a big high-profile fish out there.
Yeah, and therein lies the age-old problem, isn't it, of building a brand, scaling a brand. There are very few big brands, global brands, on the scale of Lululemon or amongst others, that can't scale, bootstrapping it, etc. You've got to go public. You've got to go down the board route. You've got to go investor route, etc. And we have seen numerous examples, have we not, where founders have fallen foul of A, gagging orders, but B, also sort of non-competition clauses, working your times, etc. Especially those whose name has been synonymous with the brand as well. We've seen several occasions of that.
Well, speaking of big personalities, speaking of boards and chairmen and people moving, Albert Manifold, BP.
Yeah, this one broke just as we went off air on Tuesday. BP chairman Albert Manifold was, of course, jettisoned by the BP board. On Tuesday, they announced the removal of Manifold due to, quote, serious concerns relating to governance, standards, oversight and conduct. Multiple media outlets reporting that Manifold, who is the former boss of the Irish building materials giant CRH, had acted aggressively with different colleagues during his nearly 8 months at BP, citing a number of different sources. Well, he has not said anything since, but he has come out fighting this morning. The ousted chairman, Albert Manifold, rejecting lies relating to his conduct, saying he, quote, pushed hard and challenged people directly during his brief tenure at the British oil super major. So, scathing response published by Manifold earlier today said that while he does accept the board's decision to remove him as chairman, he did not accept that lies can be told about me, nor that anyone should be allowed to hide behind anonymity when commenting on my time at BP. He said he felt that his priorities of simplifying the business, driving change on costs and strengthening the energy's majors' balance sheet were not always shared by everyone. But, quote, there is a considerable distance between driving an organisation with urgency and the characterisation of my conduct that is now being put about. So he's been called a bully. He's just saying, no, it's just my style of management. Case continues.
Yeah, it did make me wonder, and we don't know an awful lot about the sort of the claims, and there was a whistleblower involved, I think, as well, as to what this bullying behaviour apparently looks like. But it is that question of at what stage are you a ruthless business person and at what stage are you a bully? At what stage are you an sort of eccentric entrepreneur and at what stage are you a liability to the business? I give you Elon Musk. The Theranos woman, at what stage are you talking up a technology to get investors and at what stage are you lying?
Yeah, it's a difficult one, isn't it? Especially of an organisation on that scale. And again, it calls into question this whole, the ongoing question of workplace cultures and, what you think might be a workplace culture might not be what I think is a workplace culture. Does that make you right, me wrong, or vice versa? And accordingly. And I suppose it's difficult for an incoming boss who wants to make their mark on proceedings. He was accused of not going to the office much, wasn't he? What was it? They claimed that he'd only been to the head office in London 13 days this year so far. He said that's absolute nonsense. Don't know where they're getting their numbers from, etc.
Does he have to swipe in?
I'm not sure if the chairman has to swipe in or not. I know that we do now.
Yeah.
But I don't think we've heard the last of this one. I think it's one that we will continue to get more feedback on. That letter published a little earlier on today from Mr. Manifold. Time now 11:46. We have a look at the roads.
Dubai Eye 103.8 traffic.
Sponsored by Yas Island Abu Dhabi. Isn't there a place that keeps kids thrilled? The answer is Yas. Book your Kids Go free package now at yasisland.com.
Nothing doing on the roads. Abu Dhabi is fine. Roads down to Abu Dhabi are fine. Looking across Dubai, no major issues to report. Traffic is very, very easy at present. 4001. If you see anything different, you can also WhatsApp on 048715500 if you wish. Road's good.
This is Dubai Eye 103.8.
All right, coming up, we are going to be talking about the business of sending people gifts for Eid from one company that has recently just raised a lot of money and changed its name.
Dubai Eye 103.8's weather check.
Winds 15 to 25 kilometres per hour, highs of 38, feeling like 43, and sunset at 7:05 today in Abu Dhabi. I'm Serena Kelly, and stay tuned for today's latest news at the top of the hour.
This is the Business Breakfast on Dubai Eye 103.8.
Sponsored by PolicyBazaar.ae. Get health insurance with exclusive PB Advantage benefits like no claim bonus and auto recharge from PolicyBazaar.ae, where the UAE gets insured.
Time check with WEO Bank. It's coming up to 12 p.m. Bring your money and your families under one roof with WEO Personal. Save, spend and invest smarter. Discover more at weo.io.
Set the agenda for your day.
Dubai police are warning there's fake travel and tourism offers circulating online. They often look really realistic in terms of websites, social media pages, but in many cases, victims are only realising there's something wrong once they've transferred the money for their so-called trip. Amir Khalilzadeh, he's CEO of ITSec.
Try to avoid payment links. No professional company, unless you've asked them, will provide a payment link. Try to pay within the verified link of that hotel or amusement park. Now, if it's a travel agency, check them out. Make sure that they're a legitimate travel agency before you pick up a payment link on WhatsApp.
Join the conversation on Dubai Eye 103.8 weekdays from 10 a.m.
Hayat by Dubai South blends nature and mindful design with spacious units in a strategic location to create a living experience that is harmonious, connected and complete. Enjoy wellness-inspired amenities, including lush parks, walking trails, family play zones, fitness and wellness facilities, and so much more, with seamless access to key city destinations and just minutes away from Al Maktoum International Airport. Live right in the heart of it. Find out more at dubaisouth.ae/live or call 800 South.
Dubai Eye 103.8, One to Watch. Your weekly pick for what everyone's talking about.
Weapons is the #1 movie on OSN Plus in the UAE this week, and it's a chilling supernatural mystery that has audiences talking. Set in a small Pennsylvania town, the story begins when 17 children from this same classroom mysteriously leave their homes in the middle of the night and never return. Told through shifting perspectives, it's a dark, unsettling thriller that keeps the tension high from the start.
Find out what's captivating audiences next time on Dubai Eye 103.8, One to Watch. Navigate the highs and lows of life on Afternoons with Helen Farmer.
What do you think are the biggest mistakes that could come out of a company or not come out of a company right now when it comes to leadership? Paul Littlejohn, CEO of Wingman Executive and a former RAF fighter pilot, and Sharon Pakir, she's a leadership strategist, a human behaviour expert.
The first thing that the real no is to not be present, not to communicate, not to be that adult in the room. People are looking for something. The worst thing you can do is not be present. Hope it's going to go away. Hope somebody else is going to provide the direction and guidance.
One of the things I always say is people aren't necessarily looking for flexibility. They're looking for precision. They just need to know what to do, when to do it, and how to do it. And then everything else can fall under the compassion and flexibility bracket. I think that gives people a lot of security and safety.
Join the conversation on Dubai Eye 103.8 weekdays from 1 p.m. Join the Business Breakfast as leading business figures reveal the journeys behind their success.
From CEOs and founders to chairs and innovators, hear what motivates them, the challenges they navigate, and who they are beyond the boardroom.
Step inside the C-suite with Standard Chartered. Now's your time for wealth.
Every Monday on the Business Breakfast on Dubai Eye 103.8. The Reboot, your gateway into the world of tech and futurism.
What would you do if your company asked you to train your own AI replacement? It's not as hypothetical a question as you might think. We're seeing this across the world. And Maury Haber, Chief Security Advisor at Beyond Trust, explained how some people are putting themselves out of a job.
Well, this is not a theoretical displacement of employees. Workers are being asked to basically document their own workflows so AI can replace them. Basically, it's turning employment into a self-termination exercise.
You can catch the full conversation on the Reboot podcast.
Join the conversation on Dubai Eye 103.8.
Sundays from 10 a.m.
Download the ARN News Center app and stay up to date wherever you go. Available for free in the App Store and Google Play.
This is the Business Breakfast on Dubai Eye 103.8.
Office presence from eAnd. Smart business landline solutions for just 125 dirhams per month.
This is the Business Brunch, in fact, live here on Dubai Eye 103.8 FM, but also live across YouTube. So good to have your comments. Thanks so much indeed. All the comments coming in from South Africa this morning, from Greece, and from further afield. Keep them coming. 4001. You can send us a message or just fill in the comments and send them over on YouTube. Time now 11:52. Quick look at the currencies.
Currencies.
So, last couple of days we've seen the dollar nursing a few losses, bit of rising investor optimism of a potential deal, especially in and around the Strait of Hormuz. However, within the last, 24 hours or so, that sentiment has turned a little sour, and therefore we are seeing a dollar spike at the moment. A lot of interest being generated on the currency markets, on the dollar up against the euro, the pound, the Aussie, the NZ, the Japanese yen, the Chinese yuan and the Swiss franc this morning. So dollar gains throughout the morning. Euro's currently sat at 116 to the dollar, the British pound at 134. Biggest mover at the moment is the Swiss franc, which is seeing a 0.2 of 1% bounce in favour of the dollar. Similar sort of area for the dollar against the Indian rupee, although the rupee has seen strength over the last couple of days, which has seen it become below that 96 mark. That is always a little bit of an alarm bell. Currently $95.90 dollar to the Indian rupee.
This is the Business Breakfast on Dubai Eye 103.8.
Sponsored by PolicyBazaar.ae. Get health insurance with exclusive PB Advantage benefits like no claim bonus and auto recharge from PolicyBazaar.ae, where the UAE gets insured.
All right, Tom joining us, both of us joining you at a different time this week because it is Eid al-Adha, so you are getting a business brunch today. So what does Eid mean for the online gifting market? And yes, I did just use gifting as a verb. We are speaking this morning to Vsevolod Samsonov, who is the CMO. Sorry, we're not. We've got a change in guest. We're speaking to Darina Zatova. I'm behind the curve. Fortunately, producer Isa is in front of the curve. Communication lead speaking to us from Eudora. It used to be Flowwow. We've spoken to them for a long time. Thank you so much for joining us. Good morning.
Good morning. Happy to see you.
And you. Tell me, Darina, what kind of spend even have you already seen for Eid al-Adha here in the UAE?
Yeah, it's really interesting that this year we've seen 1 week before the occasion like a 5% spike. It may seem that it's not very big enough, but it's more connected to the fact that UAE residents, they don't tend to order in advance before the occasion. They prefer to order and one day or same day on the day of the occasion, because usually Eid gifting is connected to some family gatherings or friends gatherings. So yeah, but at the same time we believe that this year Eid will show around 50% or 40% growth, and as Eid week is still going on, we believe that by the end of Eid we will see around 40% growth, and it's mainly connected to some flower arrangements or some traditional gifts like confectionery, Arabic sweets that people usually opt.
What's happening to our average spend?
Talking about an average spend, we believe that it's around, we know that it is around 300 AED currently, and it's more in the confectionery or flour options.
Is that average spend getting higher? I mean, we've been talking about inflation in terms of incoming goods, inflation in Dubai rising, I think, about 4.8% for April. How is that impacting the goods that are being sold through your website?
Mm-hmm. It's really an interesting correlation, because talking about our average spend, we see that it's growing not as rapidly as it did last year, but currently it's grown maybe 10-15% from last year, and still it's really a nice growth for us, especially for local brands, because we operate mainly with small and medium enterprises, and we're glad to see that it shows some growth. We also believe that this growth is connected to the fact that we have some bundles, and these bundles usually consist of different gifting options like flowers and pastry, flowers and some confectionery sets, and it also affects the average spending.
Well, speaking of spending, Eudora, when we used to speak to you over the last couple of years, it's been Flowwow closed a $10 million private round of funding fairly recently, and then relaunched with a new name. What is that money going to allow you to do?
It's really a very important step for us, turning from Flowow to Eudora. But mainly, this funded money will go to deeper localization because now we're preparing to enter some other MENA regions, starting with Saudi Arabia, I hope in the third quarter. At the same time, it's all about marketing expenses, as we also want to attract not only more customers, but at the same time, more local brands. Because our business, it's mainly focused on local brands. They are the backbone of our business. That's why we want to provide more opportunities for them to expand their product range, to organize more orders. So if summing up my answer, I think it's all about expanding to new regions. It's about deeper localization, and also it's about marketing expenses that will allow us to grow.
Has the conflict affected any of that at all? Your plans, your timeline, Q3 for the Saudi launch, for example?
Of course, I will not hide that we faced some challenges while making our rebranding, even in terms like of design or launch date, because we didn't want to celebrate something when there was a conflict. But at the same time, we see that in terms of our sellers who face some challenges with supplies, our community of sellers became really a backbone that we noticed that sellers in the community, they resold some items, flowers. They also helped organize supplies. They helped to find some delivery guys. And so this moment was a turning point for us that showed that no matter what, we should keep on doing our branding, because we believe that our business, it will grow still while people love each other. And that's why we need to keep on working as much as we can just to provide good customer service, to make people happy, and help our local brands keep on developing and expanding their range.
Have you seen more local brands, very quickly, I've got about 30 seconds left with you, look to join your platform as people do look for new avenues to find customers at the moment?
Sure, especially because we focus on mainly local brands, like some homegrown businesses. That's why these sellers, they are more interested to work with us, because we help them, we make them spotlight, and we also have an access like to a global audience, because we operate over like 50 plus countries. And it means that while they enter the Eudora platform, they can receive orders not only from the UAE, but also from other countries that made from, for example, like from a person who lives in London and he wants to surprise his dearest one in Dubai, and so on. And it also helps us to show why these brands should choose niche marketplaces like Eudora.
Darina Zotova, communication lead at Eudora, speaking to us this morning about the Eid spend. Thank you very much for joining us.
News moves fast. Dubai Eye 103.8 helps you make sense of it.
These radars are not only designed to pick up if you are speeding, they will be able to spot if you are not wearing a seatbelt.
Whether it's happening here,
Dubai is testing drones to clean traffic signals across the city,
or around the globe, we're talking about it.
China's foreign ministry says the United States' seizure of another country's ships was a serious violation of international law.
Go beyond the headlines with Dubai Eye 103.8.
Your home of news, business, talk and sport in the UAE.
This is the Business Breakfast
with Brandy Scott and Tom Urquhart.
On your home of news, business, talk and sport in the UAE.
Dubai Eye 103.8.
It is, but it's a bit of a later breakfast. Let's call it a brunch. It is the business brunch, and on the occasion of Eid al-Adha. Eid Mubarak to one and all. Great to have your company on a Thursday afternoon. You're live here on Dubai Eye 103.8. We're also streaming live on YouTube. If you want to find us on YouTube, it's at Dubai Eye 103.8 FM. With you for another hour before we hand over to the afternoon crew on a Thursday. It's the 28th of May. It's just after midday, and these are your top stories.
The US getting another $1 trillion company, Micron. 3-day super sale, now a 5-day sale, kicking off and being extended in Dubai. And the UAE ranked the world's most optimistic economy for foreign investors. Saudi entering the top 10 of that ranking.
Yeah, more on these stories. Plus, in a region obsessed with tech, one UAE startup selling something a little bit different. Human presence. and, of course, the wellness alternative to loneliness. We find out how loneliness has become a business opportunity.
And forget flight prices for commercial seats. What does the private jet market look like over Eid? We're going to speak to Vista, but before all of that, we've got your headlines with Serena Kelly.
From the ARN News Centre.
Now, the stories as they happen.
This is Dubai Eye 103.8 News.
I'm Serena Kelly. The UAE and Kuwait have exchanged Eid al-Adha greetings. The UAE President, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, held a phone call with the Emir of Kuwait, Sheikh Mishal Al-Ahmed Al-Jabbar Al-Sabah, where they both wished continued prosperity and stability for both countries. Iran says it's targeted a US airbase in the region in response to the latest strikes from the US, saying any further attacks would trigger a more decisive response. Iran's Revolutionary Guards confirmed the morning attack, but did not say where the base was located. The US has hit Iran twice in 2 days after identifying what it called a direct threat to forces and commercial shipping. Iran reported an attack near Bandar Abbas airport today. Meanwhile, Kuwait reportedly intercepted projectiles this morning, but are yet to confirm where the attacks initiated from. The US military says it's carried out a strike in the Eastern Pacific, killing at least 2 men. They've claimed the vessel was engaged in drug trafficking operations. At least 196 people have been killed in boat strikes since September, part of the Trump administration's agenda to take down drug cartels. The Pentagon is yet to provide evidence the vessels were carrying drugs. And the leader of a Thai volunteer group helping to extract 7 divers trapped in a cave in Laos says more oxygen tanks are needed to complete the rescue mission. The divers entered the cave last week to look for gold, but a landslide triggered by heavy rain blocked their exit. At least 5 have been found alive so far, but none have been rescued yet. For more on these stories, download the ARN News Centre app.
Dubai Eye 103.8 Sports.
Oliver Glasner signed off as Crystal Palace boss, having overseen the most successful spell in the club's history. A 1-0 victory over Rayo Vallecano in the Conference League final, and Leipzig followed winning the FA Cup and Community Shield within the last 12 months. Glasner says it was a nervy end to his final game in charge.
I think we did really well keeping the ball in their half, but I think it was then the keeper kicked another long ball. You never know, a second ball deflected and had a free kick. I think Vallecano got a header, missing the target. So, no, I was just really took a deep breath with the final whistle.
I'm Serena Kelly. That's your latest in sports. For more, check out the ARN News Centre app.
Huge thanks to Serena for keeping us updated, along with the rest of the news team, the ARN news team, that is, who are working throughout the Eid al-Adha break and keeping updated on some of the big developing stories. Stories that we're also giving our take on at the moment, so we will keep you posted on any developments. And a quick reminder that we are live, not just here across the UAE on Dubai Eye 103.8 FM, but also further afield, courtesy of our YouTube channel. Big thanks to all those watching over in Cape Town. Morning to at Darth Trotter. And also to Dimitri and the rest of the team over in Athens, Greece. Just a couple of those that have posted comments onto the YouTube feed this morning. Great to have your company. Now, quick reminder of a few things coming up this week. We are back tomorrow, the business breakfast that is, from 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. There is special programming ongoing and during the Eid al-Adha break, so you've got Helen Farmer in the afternoon, this afternoon, and then a sports special a little later on with the sports team. So stick around for that. Plus, if sport is your thing, what about extra time at the weekend? We've got a really important one this coming Saturday, 3 p.m. through till 6 p.m. Your ultimate sporting fix. Football, rugby, cricket, tennis, whatever your sport might be, we will have all the chat around it. The key moments, all the drama from across the world of sport. We teamed up with The Entertainer to bring you live sporting updates of a weekend, and we are doing it for the next couple of weeks. Premier League, of course, concluding last weekend. But the big one this weekend for us is the Champions League final. So we will be on live from 3 p.m. till 6 p.m. Champions League final kicks off at 8 p.m. and it's going to be shown live down McGettigan's Madinat Jumeirah. Expecting a massive crowd down there for that one. Why? Arsenal taking on PSG. It's a big one. Emirates Airline taking on the Qatar Airways. It's the battle of the airlines, and you can catch all the action live down from McGettigan's Madinat Jumeirah, an entertainer-friendly venue. Bring your entertainer app down to make the inaffordable affordable and get your best deals around town. If not, just keep it locked here on Dubai 103.8. We keep you updated. Right, let's take a look at some of the big stories. And talking of big airlines and big games at the weekend, let's turn our attention to Qatar Airways. Brandy, you've picked up on a story from Qatar. Tell me more.
Yeah, I've picked up on it, and so have a number of sort of aviation sites and news sites, and it's been rumbling sort of over the week. And in the same way that we were asking the question earlier about when is a sort of forceful management style bullying, when is talking up some tech that you're still developing fraud, to just give a couple of examples. Is your bonus last year or this year?
Is your bonus last year or this year?
So the Bloomberg story is this, that Qatar Airways won't be handing out bonuses to around 60,000 workers this year. There's a memo. It's been sent to staff. It's been seen by Bloomberg. Bloomberg have run the story. Everyone who subscribes to Bloomberg has run the Bloomberg story because we know that the conflict has caused local carriers to cancel a lot of flights, Qatar Airways included, and therefore they've just lost out on an awful lot of money. The question is, do you look at the bonus that you were going to get paid as being everything you've done in the last... How do you calculate your bonus, I guess, is what you're looking at it. What do you see it for work done or work still to do?
I mean, you're asking the wrong person, having never received a bonus.
Yeah, we're not lining up at the Ferrari showroom, are we?
Like ever. I genuinely can attest to that. I've never received a bonus, so I wouldn't know. But I would assume, and I'm not very good at the sort of working out it, but I would assume it would be the bonus is for the work that you've done, much like we've talked about your salary. So you work throughout the month of May. Obviously, we've had those new rules and regulations brought in here now where you've got to be paid by the first of the following month. But you're not being paid for your June. You're not being paid your June salary on June the 1st. You're being paid for the work that you've done during May. So it would follow forward with the bonus that you work hard throughout the year. They work out the numbers and they go, you know what, it's been a good year, and so let's share out a little bit of a bonus at the end of the year.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm not familiar with how Qatar Airways' financial year is structured and how it runs. But it was just one of the questions that came to me. We know that Singapore's paid out a bonus. We know that Emirates and Fly Dubai has paid out a bonus because we all have friends here. And it was one of the things that I just thought, again, I don't know when their year runs to and from. I don't know how they structure their bonuses and what they base it on. But it is one of the questions that I think a lot of companies will be grappling with this year.
Well, they're just, for lost revenues and more. Let's stick with the airlines if we can. Why? Because we've got Emirates. They've come out with their latest numbers with regards to key markets for them. Emirates has deepened its China expansion in recent months. Dubai, and it seems to be paying dividends at the moment. Dubai tourism from China jumping 31% as Emirates expands its China strategy. More flights into and out of China, more destinations into and out of China at the moment. And that has resulted in 824,000 Chinese visitors and UAE tourism demand continuing to rise sharply within the last calendar year. Emirates deepening its focus on all things China, as we've seen that surge in visitor demand, underlining the growing importance of Chinese tourism and business travel to the UAE economy. We have been to the peaks and troughs, have we not, of Chinese tourism. We saw an extraordinary boom in Chinese tourism pre-COVID. And then it's been one of the slowest markets to return post-COVID. A number of reasons. One reason that I found fascinating was passports. That a lot of Chinese residents it took a lot longer for them because of the size of the population and because of the amount of time it gets to do your passport. The renewal of passports took a long time. So a lot of Chinese residents were unable to travel because their passports had not been renewed in time to get out of the country. I'm talking about the sort of main body of tourists that were looking to travel a lot. So that was one of the reasons, but mooted by the Chinese government. That's now obviously been sorted as we are many years out of COVID. But other issues have arisen recently. But the interesting timing of this one, I think, is the fact that tourism markets here will now look to markets of influence for them moving forward, and they will make the assumption, I would think, and it's a correct assumption, that the European markets and certainly the American markets are going to take a lot longer to come back here. So if you turn your attention to the east, is there more likelihood of getting travellers to come into the region from the east?
Yeah, we've certainly spoken to a lot of hotel bosses who have said that they are changing their strategy in terms of where they target tourists from, where they're seeing the first international tourists come back in from as well. I think it was Jebel Ali Hotel was saying to us that they're starting to see Russian and CIS tourists coming back into their properties. So do we need to think a little bit differently about it for a while? Question.
Yeah.
Funnily enough, I'm wondering about European summer tourism at the moment, purely because I'm looking at the tennis, weirdly, which is not something I say very often. And looking at a man whose name I don't want to pronounce wrong, but possibly will, Jacob Mensik, lying on a tennis court because of the temperatures, which he is calling insane, from the French Open.
Okay. And
it is one of those summers where we're already seeing a lot of heatwave warnings coming out across Europe. There's the whole discussion of Caucasians again. I'm about to speak to the guys from Vista, which is the private jet network, to see where people are flying to. Hotter temperatures in Europe, does that also mean a change in the way people travel and where people go?
Well, it's not the only talking point of the French Open at the moment. So obviously the French Open ongoing. You're right. We've got that heat wave across much of Europe at present, and record temperatures being recorded in many countries, including, of course, the UK. We're getting a lot of reports of that. But the other talking point at the French Open this week is Naomi Osaka walking out dressed as the Eiffel Tower.
That I did not see. Hold on, caller. I'm just going to Google that.
Yep. Naomi Osaka, who is, of course, renowned for her nods to all things of fashion, four-time Grand Slam winner, dazzling the Roland Garros crowd with an eye-catching two-part outfit ahead of her first-round French Open win over her German opponent. Walking out onto court, Suzanne Lenglen, wearing a black corset, matching pleated cascading skirt that skimmed over the red clay, inspired by Le Tour d'Eiffel.
Well, I'm looking at a headline that says that her opponent didn't like it.
Opponent didn't like it. She said it was. Too eye-catching, too distracting as she sauntered out onto court. This is one of the things the French Open does. They've sort of become very open to expressing yourself through your through the fashion, both on the court but also sauntering onto the court at the beginning. So she basically comes out in an evening dress, gets out of that, and then wears a sort of more refined sports version of it for the game.
Yeah, and her opponent sort of saying, you know, I come here to play tennis, not put on a fashion show. In our sport, at every tournament, they count every second right up until you've unpacked your water bottle, but she can have a minute and a half to change. I have a problem with that.
This is the Business Brunch on a Thursday. Let's have a little look and see what's happening out there on the roads.
Dubai Eye 103.8 traffic.
Sponsored by Yas Island Abu Dhabi. Isn't there a place that keeps kids thrilled? The answer is Yas. Book your Kids Go Free package now at yasisland.com.
And the simple answer on that one is not a lot, Tom. I've got nothing to report on the roads. The roads are moving very smoothly. So there's another reason for you to get out, support your local community, find out about a new or explore a new neighbourhood, get out and about and take advantage of the quiet roads to explore your city and your country.
Dubai Eye
103.8.
Right, speaking to the private jet people next about whether we are indeed taking Caucasians.
About Town.
Your guide to what's going on around the UAE.
Legoland Dubai has launched its new Build Your Family's Happy Place Challenge. And you do just that, using your creativity, imagination, and of course Lego. Legoland want you to recreate your happiest place, memory, or moment. And you could win a staycation. You can submit your entry online or via socials, and you've got until the 30th of June. And Al Ain Zoo have launched their summer camp, Legacy of the Desert. Explorers can step into the wild from July 6th to the 24th. There'll be loads of activities, from science experiments, arts and crafts, to, of course, up-close animal encounters. That's probably the best part.
This is the Business Breakfast on Dubai Eye 103.8.
Sponsored by PolicyBazaar.ae. Get health insurance with exclusive PB Advantage benefits like no claim bonus and auto recharge from PolicyBazaar.ae, where the UAE gets insured.
Live your best life on Afternoons with Helen Farmer.
They are the hairdressers, the tutors, the cafes, the cleaners, the creative that make our city feel alive, and they're often the most vulnerable to shifts in demand. Jess Matthews, founder of the cleaning company Ethiclean.
Because we've only been open a short amount of time, we've not yet reached a point where we can sustain for months and months on end paying the staff. And that is probably mentally the hardest thing, knowing that I am responsible for my team. You know, I am responsible for them having their money to pay rent, for them having money to pay food and for their families. I am solely responsible for that. And if I haven't got it, don't have a money tree in the garden, what's going to happen?
Join the conversation on Dubai Eye 103.8, weekdays from 1 p.m.
Final call for ARM Business Club 2026, hosted 1st to 6th June at Blue Waters Forum, Dubai. If your business isn't reaching residents, you're missing the biggest opportunity in the UAE right now. 7 million listeners every single day. Join us and we'll create your demo commercial, build your custom campaign, and unlock event-only advertising rates. This is your chance to get back into market smarter. Register your session at radiorsvp.com. That's radiorsvp.com. Register now before sessions close.
Set the agenda for your day.
Hundreds of ships remain stranded in the Gulf. Now, crews are facing a slightly unexpected problem because the warm waters are causing things like barnacles, algae, and jellyfish to build up on the vessels that are sort of stuck out there on anchor. And that means that once they do start moving, that fouling is likely to slow them down and increase fuel consumption. Captain Saria Irani is Managing Director of Constellation Marine Services in Dubai, Abu Dhabi, Fujairah and London.
There's a fuel penalty of 30 to 40%, which means the same engine, same fuel, same weather, but a massive increase in drag. Barnacles are nobody's friends. They're tiny creatures. They have a very expensive lifestyle funded by a ship owner who does not like them.
Join the conversation on Dubai Eye 103.8, weekdays from 10 a.m.
Ready for an upgrade? Drive home a brand new Jetour with zero VAT. Buy now, pay after 6 months, and a 1 million kilometre warranty. Enjoy free insurance and 0% interest on select models. With EMIs starting from just 966 dirhams per month, your dream SUV is closer than ever. Visit Jetour showrooms across Abu Dhabi, Dubai, Ashman and Al Ain today. Jetour UAE, part of Elite Group Holding. Terms and conditions apply. The Reboot, your gateway into the world of tech and futurism.
This is scary stuff. There's a chance that the person you're on a video call with is a deepfake. I've been speaking to Pindrop founder Vijay Balasubramaniam. It's a deepfake detection startup. He says some of these tools are used by scammers and state-sponsored hackers.
What we're seeing is 1 in 6 applicants to a job, or 16.8% of all your applicants, are completely fake. That's pretty staggering that you have so many people who are fake applying. And even crazier is 1 in 343 actually show up from North Korea.
If you want to listen to the full interview, download the Reboot podcast on Dubai Eye or wherever you get your podcasts.
Join the conversation on Dubai Eye 103.8.
Sundays from 10 a.m. This is the Business Breakfast on Dubai Eye 103.8.
Just started a business? Save big and scale up with free rentals to exclusive discounts from E&.
It's the business breakfast. No, it's not. It's the business brunch. It is the business breakfast, but we're brunching on a Thursday afternoon. Eid Mubarak to all those on the occasion of Eid al-Adha. The time now 12:22, and the opportunity for us to take another look at what's happening on the markets.
The markets on Dubai Eye 103.8.
All right, the markets, they is in the red. So we have seen some incredible rises in Japan and in South Korea, particularly tech companies, over the last week or so. But this morning, it does seem that concern about what is happening in this region is rattling markets. It's absolutely rattling the European futures market. It is bothering the Asian market this morning as well. Australia down by 1.5%. The Nikkei is down by 0.5%.
Commodities. Sponsored by EGA, Emirates Global Aluminium. Together, innovating aluminium to make modern life possible. Visit ega.ae to learn more.
Yeah, ongoing regional tensions continuing to impact on the price of gold. Gold's hit a 2-month low because of those ongoing tensions. Gold down over 1.3% in trade this morning. Oil's going the other way, however, because of those tensions. That has meant that a number of brokers have got the jitters when it comes to the price of oil and, of course, the supply of oil moving forward. Brent is up over 2.5% at 96.65 this morning. Oil as a whole has jumped over 3%, with WTI US crude futures also trending up about 2.5% in recent trade. A barrel of WTI is going to cost you $90.84.
This is the Business Breakfast on Dubai Eye 103.8.
Sponsored by Dubai South, the city of you.
All right, we've been talking an awful lot about higher commercial flight prices over Eid. But what is happening in the private jet market? Very pleased to be joined on the line now by Simon Bouden, who is a Senior Vice President, looks after fleet sales at the private aviation company Vista. Simon, it's lovely to speak to you. Good morning.
Good morning, Brandy. Nice to be here today. Thank you for having me on.
What have you guys seen in jet demand in and out of the UAE this Eid?
Well, we saw a huge increase, actually, 144% increase in Eid flight inquiries compared to what we see the following week. And in particular, Europe, flights to Europe was up 94%. So we can see that travellers are starting to. Eid is the launch point for the summer, really, and travellers are extending beyond the traditional 3 to 4 day break for more longer term travel. And Europe seems to be. We're citing Europe to be the hot place this Eid because of cooler climates, essentially.
Okay, couple of questions there. You say flight inquiries up over 140%. What percentage of those turn into bookings?
Large percentage. We saw. So it's difficult because obviously Eid changes yearly in terms of the dates, but regionally we have seen a stable performance this Eid versus the previous years, and we continue to see a lot of predominantly longer flying, 62% longer flying versus the average flight length, and that's predominantly going to Europe from the UAE and wider GCC.
But have you seen more flights being booked from the UAE this year than last year?
Yes, we have, absolutely. And traditionally during Eid, it would be to tropical climates, a bit more local travel as well, sometimes a bit of Asia travel. But this time we're seeing a lot to Europe, which has been interesting.
Do you think that's purely a heatwave sort of thing? Do you see it as you said, the gateway to summer, that people are going away for their summer vacation earlier?
Yes.
So people leaving now to go for June, July, August, potentially?
We're seeing more broader, summer journeys happening and experience-led travel. So with the multi-hop destinations available in Europe, customers are flying to Europe and staying there for a longer duration previously, Eid would typically see 3 to 4 day breaks within the GCC or Maldives, sometimes to Asia. But now we're seeing a lot more one-way traffic. Customers flying to Europe. I'm citing that because of the cooler climate there. Europe's having some good weather at the moment, and customers are staying put at the moment. And essentially, I imagine they'll return either during or after the summer.
Okay, so you're suggesting that for your clientele, a lot are starting their summer vacations early this year.
Yeah, absolutely.
Who is your clientele coming out of the UAE? What kind of demographic are we speaking?
Very wide demographic, corporations, families, and ultra high net worth customers as well. So it's a very broad spectrum of customers within the UAE in particular. But we're also Saudi's been a huge growth market for us too, and the wider GCC as well. So absolutely a big spectrum of customers here.
Is there a nationality demographic that skews here in the UAE? What would be your most prominent 2 or 3 nationalities?
That's a good question. I mean, Saudi, in particular, Saudi businessmen and women, and we have UAE, 2 GCC customers, and then there's obviously the expat community too. Many business owners are setting up their businesses here still and continue to use Dubai as that hub. So we variety of nationalities from all over the world. It's a very international community here for sure in terms of our demographic of customers.
What have increased fuel prices meant for the cost of using your planes?
Yeah, I mean, the fuel pricing, like all global aviation operators, we are navigating changes in fuel markets driven by the wider geopolitical factors. We take a disciplined and transparent approach to managing these dynamics, ensuring that any adjustments are clearly communicated to our members and our partners. Our scale and our longer-term planning enable us to mitigate those fluctuations where possible, where we continue to provide our members with consistency, reliability at the highest standards.
But what, if you were to put a percentage on it, the average flight, what percentage increase have you seen on the price?
It can really vary, but we can see up to about 10%. But obviously, it's very dependent on how the price of oil, which has been fluctuating and changing very regularly. But customers have been understanding, and I think they've been appreciating the transparency, and everybody understands the situation that we're in with that. And as long as we have been clear and transparent throughout, we've made that we've made that commitment to them that we're clear and upfront from the beginning.
20 seconds left with you. Has it affected bookings at all? Who's booking the longer haul segment? Have you noticed any trends?
I think travel continues to be a priority for all of GCC customers. And we saw our challenges with the airspace closures and so forth previously, but we're really starting to see the market be resilient now and come back to the previous where it was before. So I feel that with the fuel prices, people are still prioritising their travel for sure.
Simon Bouden is Senior Vice President of Fleet Sales at the private aviation company Vesta, having a chat to us about Eid travel, people going further for longer. Thank you very much for your time.
I'm Serena Kelly. Iran's Revolutionary Guards have confirmed they've launched strikes targeting US air bases in the region today in response to attacks from the US over the last 2 days. Israel says it's extending its combat zone in Lebanon, asking more people to leave their homes. And Dubai culture and Italian football giants AC Milan have teamed up for Eid al-Adha with a unique piece of art. Keep listening to Dubai Eye 103.8 for updates, or for more on these stories, download the ARN News Centre app.
This is the Business Breakfast on Dubai Eye 103.8.
Sponsored by DP World, your global partner. Reshaping supply chains to deliver smarter, sustainable, customer-centric logistics solutions.
Eid Mubarak from Dubai Eye 103.8.
Hi, it's Damien Reid from Motormania, and whether you're travelling this Eid break or staying at home with family and friends, from all of us at Dubai Eye, we wish you and your loved ones Eid Mubarak and a joyous and peaceful time with those closest to you.
Growing your business starts with reaching the right audience. This is your final invitation to join the ARM Business Club 2026 from June 1st to 6th for an exclusive 45-minute session designed to help grow your business. Connect with media experts and discover how this radio station and 8 others can help amplify your brand and drive real results. Seats are limited, so do not miss your chance to be part of it. Secure your exclusive spot now at radiorsvp.com.
Coming up on Afternoons with Helen Farmer.
We are going to be talking about upskilling your teens from part-time jobs to something on their resume. What can they be doing to really improve themselves over the long summer? And buy now, pay later. Steve Cronin of Dead Simple Saving will be here to talk about the pros, the cons, and the pitfalls to avoid. That's all coming up from 1 o'clock.
Join the conversation on Dubai Eye 103.8. Weekdays from 1 p.m.
Unlock the smile of your dreams with the American Hospital Dental Institute. Our team of American and Western board practitioners offers aesthetic procedures, implants, Invisalign treatment, and more. And little ones can discover top quality preventative and pediatric dental care. Get everything from routine checkups to advanced treatments. Visit our branches in Dubai Media City, Nad Al Shiba, or Oud Metha. For bookings, visit ahdubai.com or call 800-24392. The American Hospital Dental Institute, bringing smiles to life.
Cruise through your weekend with Motormania.
Are EV cars actually cheaper when you consider resale value and everything else, or is that a myth?
We have to look at the total cost of ownership, not just the cost on day one when you buy it. EVs often are slightly more expensive to start with, but your fuel costs are probably around about 2/3, 70% cheaper than a normal car. Your servicing costs are very low. Don't worry about batteries. Batteries last for 10 years or more. Resale values at the moment are a little lower. As the more demand comes, that will stabilise prices. If you're going to hold your car for 2 or 3 years, don't worry.
Every Saturday from 10 a.m.
on the UAE's #1 talk radio station, Dubai Eye 103.8.
Anytime, anywhere. Trade currencies, stocks, commodities like gold, silver, and many more. Download CFI app now. The leading broker in UAE. Tight spreads, lightning fast execution, and over 25 years of expertise. Available on Google Play and App Store. CFI Financial Markets LLC is licensed by the UAE's Capital Market Authority. Trading involves high risk.
The Reboot, your gateway into the world of tech and futurism.
In a week of landmark trials against social media companies, we've been catching up with a woman who decided to quit social media altogether. Not just that, her smartphone as well. Her name is Gabriella Wynn, and she started a tool called Abstinence to help anybody do the same. She reminded us that we're really the ones who are in control of how we spend our time.
Have a little sense of adventure. Allow yourself to be a little bit surprised by what it is you kind of didn't really need, or the habits maybe that you didn't like too much about yourself, that your phone was just making it too easy to engage in. It just pulled the curtain back, honestly, on like how much I had just allowed whatever strongest forces of society were to determine what I was going to do with my day. And life is actually for me to decide how it goes.
If you want to get her full guide for quitting social media, if that is something you're interested in, you can always download the Reboot podcast.
Join the conversation on Dubai Eye 103.8.
Sundays from 10 a.m. This is the Business Breakfast on Dubai Eye 103.8.
Sponsored by PolicyBazaar.ae. Get health insurance with exclusive PB Advantage benefits like no claim bonus and auto recharge from PolicyBazaar.ae, where the UAE gets insured.
This is the Business Brunch on a Thursday afternoon, morning into afternoon. Afternoon, one and all. Eid Mubarak to all of our listeners right here on Dubai Eye 103.8. Time now 12:36 on a Thursday. Time for your headlines.
business headlines on Dubai Eye 103.8.
UAE President His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan awarding the first-class Order of Independence to the United Kingdom's ambassador to the UAE, Ed Hobart, in recognition of his role in strengthening ties between the two countries during his tenure.
What else have we got in the headlines this morning? We have Dubai's annual 3-day Eid al-Adha super sale becoming a 5-day sale this year to fit in with the longer holiday. Thousands of retailers will take part in the promotion, which is kicked off and ends on the 31st.
UAE property market has seen double-digit office rent growth in Q1 of this year. Abu Dhabi's prime office rents saw an 11.7% year-on-year appreciation, while Grade A and Grade B spaces were up just over 5 and 4% respectively. That's according to the latest figures from JLL's latest real estate market dynamics report.
Memory chip maker Micron has become a $1 trillion company on the back of the AI boom. It's become now the 10th most valuable listed firm in the US.
And Ryanair saying it's repaid its only outstanding bond, leaving it effectively debt-free for the first time since the company was listed in 1997.
This is the Business Breakfast on Dubai Eye 103.8.
Sponsored by ADGM. The ADGM app is your ultimate platform for business success. Available in the App Store and Google Play.
Right, just a quick reminder that on Fridays you can tune in to Starting Up with Virtue Zone. Last Friday on Starting Up with Virtue Zone, myself and the Managing Director of Virtue Zone, Paul Bryson, explored crypto regulation with Tom Spalders from ACX. Plus, we were joined in studio by two young founders building AI infrastructure for Dubai real estate using artificial intelligence to make broker networks faster, smarter and more reliable. If you've missed that one, if you are intrigued, you can check out our podcast. Just go to DubaiI1038.com to find out more. It's Starting Up with Virtue Zone. We are not on air tomorrow, so you can listen back to the archive, but we are back next week with another Starting Up with Virtue Zone on Fridays from 10 a.m. only here on Dubai Eye 103.8. Been a busy old brunch for Brandy and I. A lot of people joining us in studio, a lot of people joining us on the line as well. It is, of course, the Eid al-Adha break. A lot of people spending quality time with friends and family at the moment, and a lot of people showing a lot of charity and philanthropic thought to those more in need. That was one of the core concepts of our first interview this morning. We spoke to the team from Rafiq Connect. Now, this is an organisation that addresses the growing loneliness issue among specifically elderly residents here in the UAE through a subscription-based companionship services platform that connects seniors with matched companions for in-person visits and virtual engagement. Families, of course, becoming increasingly separated. More and more people are living abroad, living apart. So how do you turn the problem of loneliness not just into a wellness concept, but also into a business idea? That's the question we put to Sausan Shalabi, the founder of Rafiq Connect, who joined us a little earlier on. I started by asking Sausan, what does the platform actually do and how does the model itself work?
Okay, so we are a social companionship platform that connects older adults with trusted companions who are looking for a genuine human connection and interaction. So either these sessions can happen in person or virtually. So this is like in a nutshell about the service, but how it works. Simply the families can reach out to us and they share with us information about their elderly loved ones, what their personality looks like, what are their interests, what's their daily routine even looks like. And based on that, we customize the sessions based on the frequency, how often they want the sessions, what kind of companion they want to be connected with.
So the startup positioning companionship as a wellness service tailored around personality, shared interests and emotional support. Now available here in the region across the UAE. It is Rafiq Connect, and that was Sausan Shalabi, the founder. Meanwhile, you've been talking to the team at Eudora about all things, well, from presence in terms of that a human nature, a part of human nature, to presence being delivered to your doorstep.
Yeah, I have indeed. And your presence in terms of human nature, particularly interesting, given that it was a couple of months ago I walked into the Emirates Golf Club and saw a table of several dozen senior citizens. who were all part of a Facebook meetup group, of which there were hundreds. And I did think retailers should probably start taking the silver dirham, we'll call it, quite seriously. Yes, that dirham and many others, spending during Eid al-Adha. That is the message that came out from the interview this morning with Eudora. It used to be Flourwell. They've raised a bit of cash themselves in the last couple of months. Darina Zotova was their communications lead, and she joined us this morning to talk about the kind of spending that they're seeing.
This year, we've seen 1 week before the occasion, like a 5% spike. It may seem that it's not very big enough, but it's more connected to the fact that UAE residents, they don't tend to order in advance before the occasion. They prefer to order and one day or same day on the day of the occasion, because usually Eid gifting is connected to some family gatherings or friends gatherings. So yeah, but at the same time, we believe that this year Eid will show around 50% or 40% growth. And as Eid week is still going on, we believe that by the end of Eid, we will see around 40% growth. And it's mainly connected to some flower arrangements or some traditional gifts like confectionery, Arabic sweets that people usually opt.
Yeah, interesting chat with Darina also, because they've got a lot of local brands on their app. And on the website, and she sort of said over the last couple of months, those brands very much helping each other out as a community. When people have failed to get things, other companies have jumped into the mix to help them.
Yeah, do share your thoughts. Isabella's been in touch with us, sharing thoughts on what they're up to over the Eid break. We'd love to know what you are up to at the moment. You're staycaying, are you waycaying? Or are you heading down to Global Village? So just a quick reminder, one final chance. One of Dubai's most popular attractions, Global Village, which was meant to close on May the 10th, but we saw an extension of the season to May the 31st. Final close date now is approaching. The long Eid al-Adha weekend is it falls into that as well. So a Global Village, a huge success in years gone by, and I'm sure it will be busy this weekend, despite the fact that we have been warned of some quite high temperatures. But have you been able to village it this season so far?
I've done it once, and I went in what I thought was going to be one of the last nights. Funny enough, in search of lamb chops, given that lamb chops have been a theme throughout the show this morning, to go in search of peri-peri lamb chops. People had been talking about them. I had a friend who wanted to go and eat them, so we ventured in. And we went in on a Friday night, brave. We went in on what we thought was going to be the last Friday night, very brave. We were not alone. Then, literally the next morning, they said, worry not, we're going to extend.
So the extension will come to a conclusion over the course of the next few days. So 31st is when we will see the gates closing for this season. Just a very quick one as well, one that we've obviously flagged in our headlines but haven't really addressed it yet. But good news coming through from Kearney's latest FDI Confidence Index, which released their latest report in the last few days. The UAE being ranked as the world's most optimistic economy for foreign investors for 2026. Saudi Arabia entering the global top 10 for FDI, foreign direct investment confidence, for the first time ever as well. Good to be ranked in a list like that, especially given some of the uncertainties that are around at the present.
Yeah, indeed. We spoke to Kearney, must have been just before this report came out, didn't we? But as you say, Saudi was 13th. It has now made it into the top 10. And if that's forward-looking, I like it.
We'll take that. Right, let's talk about forward moving out on the roads. Are you moving forward?
Dubai Eye 103.8 traffic.
Sponsored by Yas Island Abu Dhabi. Isn't there a place that keeps kids thrilled? The answer is Yas. Book your Kids Go free package now at yasisland.com.
Abu Dhabi's looking fine, no major issues there. Roads down to Abu Dhabi looking good. So far, so good there. Across Dubai, I have got no issues to report. And even Sharjah into Dubai, which traditionally is very busy indeed. There is no sense of there's literally no traffic out there. So roads are looking good. Get out and about. Support your local community. Support your local neighbourhood. Or, you know what? Why not just take advantage of the quiet roads and the fact that you're going to get from A to B in no time at all to go and explore a different community as well. This is the Business Brunch. We are almost done.
This is Dubai Eye 103.8.
Right, we are. As I say, we will be signing off at 1 o'clock on the Business Brunch, but lots to look forward to. In fact, we'll find out what Helen Farmer and the team from Afternoons have got in store a little later on.
Dubai Eye 103.8's weather check.
Winds 15 to 25 kilometres per hour, highs of 38, feeling like 43, and sunset at 7:05 today in Abu Dhabi. I'm Serena Kelly, and stay tuned for today's latest news at the top of the hour.
This is the Business Breakfast on Dubai Eye 103.8.
Just started a business? Save big and scale up with free rentals to exclusive discounts from E&.
Time check with WEO Bank. It's coming up to 1 p.m. WEO Bank is born to back you, your business partner to help you grow. Download the WEO Business app.
The Score on Dubai Eye 103.8.
Your home of sport in the UAE.
I never knew Elton John was a cricket fan. Called me out of the blue. We've become friends since 2006, yeah. And He
called you out of the blue?
Out of the blue.
Sir Elton John.
Sir Elton John.
You pick up the phone, hello?
I said, goes, Brett. Yeah, he goes, it's Elton. I'm thinking, I don't know that many Eltons, but it sounds like it. And I said, where are you? And he goes, I'm in Wellington about to do a gig Thursday night. He goes, you're playing on Sunday at the SCG against Sri Lanka, aren't you? I said, yeah. I'm thinking, geez, it sounds like him. I thought it'd be one of you two pranking me here on radio, right? That's what I thought. 100% I'm getting pranked, but I'm going to go along with it. He goes, right, I put you on my PA. We're having lunch on Saturday. I said, done. So I went to one of the hotels underneath the Sydney Harbour Bridge. I still think it's a prank. And I get up there and they got 4 New South Wales police.
Ashton Kutcher's going to turn up.
That's right.
Weekday evenings from 7.
On the UAE's #1 talk radio station, Dubai Eye 103.8.
Dubai Eye 103.8's One to Watch, your weekly pick for what everyone's talking about.
Desi Bling is the #1 series on Netflix in the UAE this week, and it's bringing plenty of glitz, drama, and conversation with it. A follow-up to Dubai Bling, the series dives into the lives of ultra-wealthy Indian expats in Dubai, where no expense is spared and neither are the secrets. It's being talked about as a glossy, guilty pleasure, while also sparking debate around the relationship dynamics on screen.
Find out what's captivating audiences next time on Dubai Eye 103.8's One to Watch. Navigate the highs and lows of life on Afternoons with Helen Farmer.
Dr. Reham is with us today, paediatric endocrinologist and metabolic specialist. In the UK, we've seen around 400 children who reportedly receive weight loss injections as part of supervised treatment plans. I wondered, are we seeing that here?
I have no doubt that it's same or even more because of the availability of even more variable treatments here, the access to the treatment and people affording the treatment when it is needed. Insurance usually does not cover these treatments and still they believe it's not a medical necessity.
Join the conversation on Dubai Eye 103.8, weekdays from 1 p.m.
Living in the UAE means the world is on our doorstep. Extraordinary restaurants, incredible cuisines, and the most beautiful hotels anywhere on earth. Right now is the perfect moment to rediscover them. Join ARN in celebrating the hospitality that makes the UAE so special. It's time to book a table at your favourite restaurant, try a cuisine you've never experienced, or enjoy a stay in one of the remarkable hotels right here at home. Every visit supports the people and passion behind our tourism economy. With ARN, let's celebrate the best the UAE has to offer and take the opportunity to make it our own amazing experience.
Set the agenda for your day.
Dubai's private school fees will officially be frozen for the next academic year. Now, the KHDA, that's the body that oversees private education in the Emirates, says that the move is part of a wider 2.5 billion dirham support package that's aimed at easing pressure on families, and also it'll strengthen the education sector. Now, officials also mentioned that more affordable school places are also on the way. Lisa Grace Wilson is a former school leader. She is also editor at Teach Middle East magazine.
I think it's quite significant. I think if anything else,
it will actually help parents to plan, which has been something we've not been able to do in recent months. If people do know what the outgoings might look like in regards to school fees, it at least helps them to understand what their position is going into the new academic year.
Join the conversation on Dubai Eye 103.8 weekdays from 10 a.m.
Download the ARN News Center app and stay up to date wherever you go. Available for free in the App Store and Google Play.
This is the Business Breakfast on Dubai Eye 103.8.
Sponsored by Dubai South, the city of you.
Right, just a quick reminder that if you love your Formula One, and many of us do, then how about this one, the Pit Talk podcast, powered by Athara. You've got a bit of time on your hands over the Eid al-Adha break, then why not try out a new podcast? This one is a goodie. It's hosted by Robert Dornbos, Formula F1 driver, and Dubai Eye's Chris McCarty, who famously doesn't know how to drive. So it's a perfect matchup between the two. They come together down at Milla Miglia, which is renowned as Dubai's motorsport superfan cafe and gallery. They do it every Monday after a Grand Prix, where they discuss the race itself, all the drama that's unfolded during that race. They give opinions, they give thoughts on all things Formula One. Basically, if Formula One's your thing, this is your podcast. You can listen to it wherever you stream your podcast. You can also watch it as well on YouTube. Just search for the Pit Talk podcast powered by Athara. And a quick reminder that if Formula One is your thing and you're thinking of heading down to Abu Dhabi for the Formula One Etihad Airways Abu Dhabi Grand Prix at the end of the season finale, first weekend of December, then tickets now available online, abudhabigp.com.
Currencies.
Let's have a look at your currencies one final time. What's going on with the Bitcoin and crypto markets? Down. So they're not liking the uncertainty at the moment, especially with the regional conflict and tensions. Bitcoin is down over 2.25% at 73,202. That means that Ether, Solana, Doge, XRP are all trading down. Dollar, however, has been resurgent in the last couple of hours. This after dollar saw losses in the last couple of days. But again, with the ratcheting up of some of the tensions here in the region, dollar benefiting from that, the uncertainties, no less. Dollar is up against the euro, the pound, the Aussie, the NZ, the Japanese yen, and others. Looking at your dirham this morning on the back of that dollar story, a euro is going to cost you 4 dirhams and 26 fils. The British pound is going to cost you 4 dirhams and 91 fils. Aussie dollars at 261, the NZ at 215. Japanese yen, you are going to be getting 43.42 Japanese yen for your dirham, and the Indian rupee this morning trading at 26.11 to the dirham.
This is the Business Breakfast on Dubai Eye 103.8.
Sponsored by RackBank. With a RackBank business account, get up to 2% interest per annum, unlimited cash back on Forex transactions, and free domestic transfers. Apply now at quickapply.rackbank.ae.
Right, that is about it from Brandy and myself. Coming up in just a few moments' time, you've got Afternoons with Helen Farmer, whole host of guests to look forward to there, and a bit of a sports special for you later on this afternoon. We'll be back tomorrow from 6 o'clock in the morning, back to regular programming hours, back to breakfast after the brunch. Brandy and I with one more show for you before the weekend, and one more show for Brandy before you're off on your travels.
I am indeed nipping off for just over a week to Canada, where I have never been.
And on the list of things to do for you in Canada?
I am there, well, ostensibly I'm there for a writing conference. I've got some people to meet up with, which is exciting. Oh, God, what am I doing? Well, funny enough, I'm seeing old mutual friends of ours who've moved to Canada, because you do see a lot of people move from here to there, partly for passports and visas, partly for sort of opportunities. And you see a lot of people come back as well, it must be said. I'm just having a look. Do you know what? I'm looking forward to just a couple of days off. Is that wrong?
there's nothing wrong with that. No, I think everyone is screaming out for a couple of days. Well, given the fact that we are in the midst of a couple of days there for a lot of people, I think everyone is appreciating that, and there's nothing wrong. You work hard, you get up early.
I always feel guilty a bit saying it, but I am. I'm looking forward to some good moochie space. I'm there for other work, if you like, because my side hustle is writing things. So it's not all play, but it will be fun. It will be a lot of fun. And I've never been, so if anyone's got any Toronto-type advice, I am in the market for it.
It's a new territory to me, but if there was one thing that would be top of my list, it would be poutine. Lots of it.
Poutine or poutine?
Either or. Poutine is, of course,
chips.
the chips, gravy, and all the other goody bits that they throw in on top. You can have it with a pot of poutine at the same time if you want. But poutine, get involved over there in all things Canada. It is a dish, a delightful dish. I'll tell you who does a very good poutine as well is our friends at Maine. They do a very, very good one. Highly recommend it if you haven't tried it. Right, Brandy, enjoy your trip. Enjoy your time away. And we will reconvene in the month of June. That's it from the Business Breakfast, the Business Brunch. Back to breakfast tomorrow. Enjoy. And again, Eid Mubarak.
This is the Business Breakfast on Dubai Eye 103.8.
Sponsored by ADGM. Download the ADGM app and transform how you live, work and thrive in the ADGM district.
The Reboot, your gateway into the world of tech and futurism.
My hot take is that if somebody is out in a public space listening to content on their phone on full blast, it should be perfectly acceptable to go up to them, just grab it and just throw it across the room. Violent.